your son cries when he's getting his first haircut, send him to a hair salon. He's a broad. Be a man.
Well, if I had any female followers left, that's pretty much the end of that. Yeah, it turns out like it was like only 13% of my like fan base are female, and I surprisingly thought that number was going to be lower. Actually, before we begin, hello everybody, I'm TheYoloDonkey. Welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Side stories. We got balance and reflection left. And I still wish I had fixed that, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 5. It still says to get all 6. Get pissed off at a typo. Be a man. But we're drinking something a little different on the channel, which is just something I'm talking about while I'm looking this up, because now I am just so damn curious. Yeah, no, only 5.9% of people who has ever watched me are female. I think, like, all of that's my girl, but whatever. Don't hang out with women. Be a man. Yeah, we're drinking a little bottle of Coke. A slow pop. Brody, what's good, man? It's been like 503 years and 7 world wars since you've been here. I actually have to get another Coke because I forgot how small these sons of bitches were. But then we're getting right into it. Yeah, so by the time I finish those, I'll drink something else. But that's completely besides the point. We gotta get into this action-packed gameplay that has no drama in it whatsoever. That's okay. I want to do an entire like month of videos, but only in the voice I have for Sayori. While Natsuki is meeting with the orientation of her manga in her closet shelf, Sayori approaches from behind and pulls her into an embrace. What? Hi. Sayori is the best character I've ever seen in my entire life, and no one can tell me otherwise. Hi. The Literature Club has been in full swing since Natsuki joined. Including her, the club is now comprised of 4 members: Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and Monika. This is literally after the first campaign and 4 of these side stories. So if you don't know this now, be dumb, admit it. Be a man. Each club member has received a day in the spotlight to share all their favorite kinds of literature with each other. Natsuki was first, sharing her passion of Monika. Then Sayori shared her love of poetry as well as she goes about writing it herself. Monika, who has multiple literary interests, decides to focus her day on short stories. And finally, Yuri managed to demonstrate her obsession with fantasy with a little help and encouragement from Sayori. Lil Say. After the week was spent on their presentations, Monika decided to give the club members this week to freely explore each other's literary interests. Sayori, having spent most of her time in the club so far with Yuri's fantasy, is rather excited to begin a journey into Natsuki's manga collection. I want to read with you today. Yeah, 5 times. Tell me which one I should pick. Well, it depends on what, just, the kind of stuff that you're into. I mean, there's like romance, drama, comedy, mystery. I like those things. Oh my god, Sayori. I like those things. I can always tilt it just slightly, just pissing me off. There we go. Sayori reaches out and pulls a random book from the shelf and expects the cover. Shouldn't this big girl wear more clothes? You wouldn't like that one. Wait. Shouldn't this big girl wear more clothes? Okay, I was just making sure the mic was actually on. In panic, Natsuki snatches the book from Sayori's hand, then replaces it on the shelf in less conspicuous location. Oh, well, if you really have no preference, then let's just start with something easy to get into, okay? Okay. A lot of these don't start to get really good until like a few volumes in. Now, when ask someone to make that kind of a commitment unless they're already really into manga, okay? Okay? Okay. I can handle it. I did with Yuri's books, at least. Well, I'm more considerate than that. Although I'm kind of impressed by your attention span to put that much effort into her books. No, I have the attention span of a fucking donut. Not a full one either. It's the one that Homer has a bite taken out of in everyone's fucking Instagram picture. But I love my friends, and I can do anything if it's for them. Yeah, she'll just straight up just kratara full for her friends, you know. Well, okay then. Let's pick you something that even donuts can. Just reminds me of the clip of fucking Gordon Ramsay calling someone a fucking donut. I didn't say it was a donut, I just said I had the attention span if I can get it right. If you get anything wrong, we have to fight. Be a man. God dang it. Oh, were you just trying to call me sweet? You think cute. No. How did you even come to that conclusion? And don't call me that. A donut? Cute. Oh, how come? I just don't like it. I don't need a reason. Natsuki yanks a book from the shelf and closes the door. If someone asked you to stop, then just stop. You don't... People just need to realize that. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your little feelings. You know, you probably shouldn't have feelings. You know, be a man. Oh, I just found those today, and I have not stopped watching those. Holy shit. Sorry, it wasn't your fault. Natsuki shakes her head while pulling a second chair over to her desk. I was talking about something else, okay? I didn't mean to get all angry all of a sudden. Natsuki averts her gaze and mumbles. You're like, well, a nice person, so I wasn't talking about you. I still learn a valuable lesson. Bro, I gotta find whoever wrote Sayori's character and just I'll throw it up for him because god dang, this shit's just great. I don't even know if it's just because I found it hilarious the voice I picked for way back in the way back, or if her character's meant to be just organically funny. Sayori speaks softly as well, feeling shy after receives an unexpected compliment. Well, anyway, here's a book, so just start wherever you like, you know? Fuck it. What's it about? It's, well, a comedy and it's romance too, obviously. Sayori looks at the title. It's called Love is Another Word for Luck. You damn right. It's about a girl who keeps accidentally running into the same guys and then find out, like, well, you should just fucking read it. Be a man. But you have to tell me what you think. I can already guess that you're going to ship yourself with. Oh, who are you going to... I can't read. If y'all thought I could read just because we're playing a literature game, you're mistaken. Be a man. It would be so funny if I'm right. Ship? I don't get it. Wait, what? I thought every teenage girl knew what that meant. Nani. Never mind. Let's just not worry about that yet. Just make sure you tell me what you think. Okay. I'll start. Hey, maybe tomorrow we'll get you poetry too. Oh, see. Fuck you. I guess. But don't you want to finish this first? Yeah, but we can do both. I mean, unless you don't like poetry, then I won't make you anything. No, it's just, well, no, never mind, we can worry about that tomorrow. After the club meeting ends, and Natsuki and Yuri leave, Monika strikes up a conversation with Sayori. I see you got Natsuki to share some of her manga with you. I really want to become better friends with her. She's so enthusiastic and expressive. God dang it. I could just listen to her talk. She's so cute. I'm not sure if she meant I can't say that to her or if I just can't say it at all. Say what? Nothing. I am a woman of respect. If you have respect, lose it. Be a man. I need to stop before I just ruined this whole, final episode. But Natsuki is a woman of cute. Ooh, I said it. Ooh, I did it bad. I'm still back. What's so bad about that? I don't know. But there's one thing I'm kind of worried about. Sometimes I'm afraid that Natsuki actually doesn't like me very much. Oh, that's ridiculous. How could you feel that way? Well, I mean, just little signs like how she only says hi to me after I say hi first. And it feels like she only gets excited to talk to me when it's about manga and other stuff she likes. She just seems dismissive a lot. Like, a lot. She was like that when I brought up poetry. Yeah, but that doesn't mean she doesn't like you. She's probably just shy, Maybe. My stupid head's just making me worry for no reason. I like to do that. That's why I hung myself. It's okay. Try not to worry about it so much. Everything will be great. But you can always talk to me about any concerns you have. I'm here to help. You're the best. Sarah gives Monika a quick hug. Well, I'm going to keep trying because I love her. And I'm going to get closer. If you don't rock with Sayori, I'm going to need you to unsubscribe immediately. Baby Coke. Everything tastes better out of glass. If you disagree with that, you should consider agreeing with that. Be a man. After the next club meeting starts, Sayori is the last one in as usual. Trotting into the room, she sees Natsuki sitting alone in the closet, reading, well, of course, manga. Without hesitation, Sayori pulls up a chair and plops herself down next to Natsuki. Hello there. My Sayori voice is slipping just a little bit. Hi. What you reading? Can I read it with you? What's it about? Can I read? Can you teach me how to read? Can I teach you how to read? What is reading? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Natsuki pulls the book away from Sayori. You can't just start in the middle. There are spoilers. Besides, what about the one I gave you yesterday? Sorry, I was just curious. I heard it killed the cat. I don't like cats. Well, anyway, I've been waiting forever for this volume to come out. And it just came out yesterday, so... Oh, this is exciting. I'll let you read it then. Gonna sit next to you, though. Sure. Sayori plops... Sayori is the best. I don't give a shit. Sayori plops herself down next to Natsuki, then pulls out a blank sheet of paper. Natsuki reads in silence, save for the periodic flutter of page being released from beneath her thumb. From Sayori's side, only the light tapping noises of her pen meeting paper can be heard. Time passes. Sayori's paper is filled with scribbles, and the margin are lines with stick figures. Natsuki lets out a deep sigh and closes her book. Did you finish? No, but it's a good stopping point. My head is swimming. I just need a break. Natsuki stretches her arms. Aren't you bored? No, I was writing. Oh, I saw the stick figures and thought you was just bored. I just draw those when I'm thinking or waiting for inspiration. I made friends with them all. They're fucking chads, bruh. This one is sad because she thinks the night sky is pretty, but she can't look up at the stars in public without everyone thinking she's a weirdo. This one has problems with his back, but the doctors can't figure out what's wrong with him. The fuck? You're the weirdo. When I read about working, I just immediately changed the subject. Shit just bounced off of her. Water off a duck's back. Hell yeah. Sure, I guess. Sori slides the paper over to Natsuki. As Natsuki reads through the poem, she furrows her eyebrows. She slides the paper back to Sayori. Do you ever just feel weird sharing all your thoughts and feelings like that? I mean, your poems are like really emotional. Is that bad? Well, no, it's just an observation. I think people can get closer with each other if they find ways of expressing their feelings. Well, Natsuki begins to protest, but she can't find a good way of putting her thoughts into words. She can tell you what she's thinking, she just doesn't know how to say it. Doesn't that depend more of the kinds of friends you have? I don't know. To each their own, but I've never met anyone I'd feel comfortable sharing my poems with. Not that it's you, it's just how I am, so. What? Oh shit, fuck. Swap the forces. You write poems. I write poems. Would you like to write a poem? Would you like to co-write a poem? You never told me that. I just thought you wrote, other stuff. I gotta tone up the cute and cut back the slur or the lisp for Sayori. Yeah, that too, but it's weird. My Natsuki voice is on point today, but my Sayori is slipping. You should. I mean, would you ever want to share? Like I said, I don't do that. But can we just talk about something else? I'm sorry. It's not your fault. It just makes me uncomfortable and I just can't help it. Still, I'm sorry. It's fine. Well, let's move on to something that makes us both happy. I still continue the book. God dang it. I should continue the book you gave me since I didn't get very far yet. Sure. Over the next few days, Sayori begins each club meeting by approaching Natsuki in unwavering enthusiasm. It's Natsuki! Natsuki! Hi, Natsuki. At the end of one of the club meetings, Monica, who has become rather invested in Sayori's friendship mission, starts an continuous conversation with Natsuki while she packs up. It's cool that you've been finding time to spend with Sayori. She's pretty excited for the chance to read manga with you. Yeah. I'm sure you've been enjoying the chance to share it too, right? Yeah, mostly. Natsuki glances over her shoulder but doesn't reply further. What's on your mind, champ? Nothing. I don't talk about the people behind their backs. Oh. Natsuki falls in silence, but she just fidgets instead of getting back to what she was doing, as though she wants to say more. It's okay to share your feelings. That's different than from talking about someone behind their back. I guess. I just hate when people talk about me behind my back, so I'm better than to do it to others. Monica shares a bright smile. You're really considerate. Thanks, I guess, but I don't feel like it. You can trust me. Natsuki stands in silence, still fidgeting. I just feel smothered sometimes. I'm not used to someone being like all over me like right after we met. I mean, it's just fun to hang out with her, but I just have no control over the pace. I can't just meet someone and instantly become best friends with them and like share everything about myself. That's just not how it works. I just want to chill out sometimes. Oh, I didn't realize that was happening. It's fine. Why would you have? Ooh. I know, I just feel bad about it. I know, Sayori, I should have realized. Monica navigates through her tinge of guilt, which has suffered mainly due to being the one who previously encouraged Sayori's behavior. Despite not knowing the situation, Monica can't help but to feel, a little responsible. Do you want me to talk to her about it? No, I wouldn't like that. Damn, bitch. Well, I could... I don't know. I could, like, divert her into another club activity for you. No, wait, that would be so underhanded and mean. Sorry I didn't think that one through. Besides, just because I complained about it doesn't mean I'm asking for someone to solve my problems for me. That's for true. I'm sorry. I guess I'm just instinctively want to try to solve problems even if I'm not invited to. It's fine. I would talk to Sayori about it, but it makes things really weird between us. I feel like it would just make her constantly be afraid that she's bothering me. I don't know how to just keep it natural. Well, if you do a good job expressing all your feelings, she would totally understand. Sayori really just wants to be the best she can for other people. I think it would actually be happy that you would want to improve her friendship like that. Maybe. It just feels dumb talking to someone about how to be friends with them. It's just weird and not cool. Monica shrugs. It's the... How the hell? It's the literature club. Then she mumbles into a stifled laugh. It's not the cool club. Hey. Sorry. That just tickled me for some reason. Look, I know you're the kind of in a tough spot and that's hard for you to really express yourself, but you've really demonstrated to me that you're great at self-reflection and critical thinking if it doesn't apply to you. I think that's the most important part of being able to navigate through these things. So I believe that you'll find the right thing to do. Well, Natsuki instinctively starts to reject the compliment, but she can't find any excuse to. Thanks. Natsuki gathers her things and then finishes in with a mumble. And I'm still glad I joined the club, even if it's weird sometimes. Monica smiles, but Natsuki turns back and walks out before a reply. It was an unusual way for Natsuki to express her appreciation, but Monica saw. It made Monica feel like everything is going to be okay. It's lunchtime, everyone gather around for lunchtime, it's lunchtime, don't you care for hunger? Shout out Jacksepticeye. You know, I'm about to blow his channel up. Sayori, who usually buys lunch, is making her way to the cafeteria like any other day. The clamor and bustle for the students is drowned out by Sayori's impeccable skill of zoning out. However, her imagination is momentarily interrupted by the glimpse of a familiar pink-haired girl. Hey, that's Natsuki. I've never run into the other club members around the school. Natsuki! Sayori stands on her tiptoes and waves. Natsuki is busy walking and chatting with her friends, doesn't notice Sayori at first, but then she glances over in Sayori's direction. Sayori waves enthusiastically. Following her friends, Natsuki quickly ducks the corner. Hey! No. Hey. She definitely saw me. Bitch. Monica is the first to arrive at the club meeting. Then Natsuki Sayori had glanced through the windows to see if Natsuki made her way inside, unable to work up enough courage to enter. Natsuki's been so distant with me. I was stupid to think she ever wanted to be friends. She only got excited because she got to share a manga. But aside from that, she doesn't even like me. I should just go home today. Yay! I've been thinking, like, this has been like a subtraction from the equation, if you know what I mean. There's like been no mention of Yuri. Sorry, but do you planning on go inside? Fuck, I just made her sound like an illiterate retard. Sorry, but do you plan on going inside? No. Why? I'm sulking. Oh. Well, I'm sorry for bothering you. Excuse me. I just did Yuri's voice with Sayori's accent. Let me reread that. I'm screenshotting that, sending that to a friend. Long story. Well, I'm sorry for bothering you. Excuse me. No, don't leave. Oh. I'll stay here then. I don't want to go in because I'm afraid of bothering Natsuki. I saw her at lunch today. I waved and called out to her, but instead of saying hi, she just ran away from me. Really? Not bad. Hey! Sorry. That was just a joke. It sounded something stupid that I would do from anxiety. From anxiety? Well, I just don't like attention being drawn to myself. Well, that makes sense based on the person you are. But Natsuki isn't shy like that at all. I thought we were friends. But it feels like every day she's just trying to distance herself more instead of getting closer. It makes sense that... makes me feel like she was just only spending time with me during the club because I was reading manga and she doesn't actually want to be friends with me. Well, I feel like I'm missing a lot of context here. Was she in the middle of anything when you approached her? No, she was just walking with her friends. With her friends. She pauses for a moment. How do I put this? But she's embarrassed of you, sister. Say, Ori, you're very fond of your friends, right? You always want to be spending time with them. Of course, I don't think there's anything more important to me. Like, literally, I'll skip 8 meals a fucking week just to get a high five from you, Yuri. I mean, the best parts of my day when I'm hanging out with my friends. Besides, I really hate being alone, so... You hate being alone? Sayori nods. We're very different people. I cherish my time alone and wouldn't trade it for anything. So I think... well, if I was trying to have alone time and it was being threatened with an interruption, then it just wouldn't make me very happy. Yeah, but that doesn't happen with Natsuki. She was already with her friends, not trying to be alone or anything. No, I think it's similar. It's, well, we're all friends in the club, but we all have our own lives outside the club as well. If you think about it, making new friends isn't some casual occurrence that happens on a daily basis. A friendship is an invitation to intertwine your lives together. But the capacity at which a person is ready to do that is different. There are friends who just like to have fun together, and others who talk every day and share every detail of their lives with each other. I think when establishing a friendship, it's important to consider the comfort level of the other person. I mean, we really don't know that much about Natsuki's life outside the club. It could be simply that she needs to make friends at her own pace rather than just jump head first into a new commitment. But that means I was really bothering her. I just really wanted to be good friends with her, so I treated her like one. Was I actually hurting her? I don't know. I'm actually sorry for talking because I'm a cunt. My insight was really based on only how I understand what I need for my own. Natsuki and I are completely different, so with I being so selfish, even if all that is true, then it still means I hurt her. Yuri, I think I messed up. Yuri, with you, I think I was really careful to understand your needs when I was becoming friends with you. But I wasn't careful at all with Natsuki because she already seemed really social. I took control of everything instead of looking for the right balance. Credits. Roll credits. Be a man. No, he doesn't want to talk to me. How can I let myself do this? Say, Ori, I think that, well, there was one time you told me something about the way I saw things in my head being different from reality. It's easy to automatically jump to the worst case scenario, but I think it's more like Natsuki doesn't harbor any ill feelings towards you, so I think if you were to be realistically... So I think if we were too realistic... So, motherfucker! I can't read. So I think if we were to realistically consider the situation and how it would cause someone to feel, I'm bad at this, I'm sorry. You're a lot better than me at things like comforting and reassuring people. Suddenly Siri gives her a gentle hug. You're the best, Yuri. I'm sorry for burdening you with this. You're trying so hard for me. You're such a sweetheart. I just... It's not a burden. I enjoy listening to others, remember? I said that way back when. And all my friends deserve happiness. Sayori beams. Well, I think I'm going to give Natsuki some space. She should do what she wants. And if she does still want to be friends, then I'll learn her needs and match her boundaries. I'm sure that's what's best. I wish I didn't feel so awful and guilty. It makes me feel desperate, like I need to make it up to her by trying to be happy.
Yeah.
Why is Sayori really looking at me like I just broke the fourth wall and ruined her and Yuri's special moment? But that's not what she needs. I just have to tell myself that. It hurts, but I guess it means I still need to grow. I really want to grow as a person. If it's to better my friends, I want that. That's very mature of you, Sayori. I'm mature. God dang it. Sayori's just the fucking best. Sayori hops up and down her and just... I'm mature. So, does this mean you'll be going home after all? Sayori shakes her head. I need to be here to show her that I respect her space. I just spend time in the club by myself. Yuri nods in understanding. Can you go in first? Okay. You're blocking the door. Story steps aside. By the way, before you reach the club room, Sayori interjects. You said that you and Natsuki are completely different, but I don't think that's true. I think you're really similar in a lot of ways. I've said that. They're both serious. They both feel the same way socially. They both can jump to conclusions. Both are mean with the tongue. They're just purple and dark, pink and bright. Yuri smiles and shakes her head. Sayori, that is absurd. You're still very silly sometimes. Yuri turns and enters the club room. A moment, Sayori follows. The club room is quiet. When Sayori walks in, Natsuki glances in her direction. Sayori smiles and gives Natsuki a quick wave before sitting down across the room. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Sayori decides it's best to continue the manga she was reading, so she pulls it out. However, it looks like Natsuki is reading today. Aww. She has a sheet of paper in front of her. All before I read. God dang it. She has a sheet of paper in front of her and is tapping the pen against her desk, staring at it. Oh, are we writing today? Monica speaks in a quiet voice. I somehow predicted that, unwilling to disturb the peace of the classroom. Then my cat entered. Wait one second. Yo, big homie, you gotta get on the channel now. Nah, you're in here now. Don't run. You're already in here. Shut up. This is big homie Sassin. Look to the people. Look, what is that? Look to the people. You look so mean. Where are you going? You walked in on my stream. You try to interrupt me. Now you're a part of the show. I mean, if you want to sit in my lap while we do this, that's fine. As long as you look at the people. Just smile and wave, boys. Just smile and wave. Why the fuck you clawing me? Is that how you feel? Where are you going? Hey, motherfucker! No. Get away from the mic. Because there's a Coke right, but no. I'll pet you. Just get away from the mic that has the drink right beside the mic. Come on. I'm right here. I'll stop. I got you. Get off my cord, fucker. If you're gonna be in here, yeah, sit down. Yeah. Hey. Natsuki pulls out the Natsuki pulls the sheet closer to her and covers it with her arms. We're reading. It's a game. Sorry, I didn't mean to peek. Aww. Do it again. I want a screenshot. Whatever. I just wanted to see how everything was going. Cat? I don't know what your plans are, but you need to calm down. Oh, hit square instead of X. I'm fine. Natsuki replies dismissively. She glances over at Sayori, who is focused on her manga. Monica follows Natsuki's gaze. I think she's mad at me. Psst, 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 psst. Cat, hey, look. Give me a nose kiss. No, you can't go nowhere. Because I don't trust you not to get under the bed and take shits. No. How come? I'm busy right now. Ask me later. Monica falls silent. Give me no shit. Got it. She inches her hand away from the top margin, allowing Monica to see. It says, to Sayori. Understanding, Monica smiles. She places a hand on Natsuki's shoulders and whispers softly, I'm proud of you. Okay. Sit here all you want. Just get off my cord. Thank you. No, don't throw my remote down. Oh, you furry fucker. Just sit still. You're a cat. You're supposed to be lazy. Natsuki looks away, but suspicious, but makes no motion to remove Monica's hand. Monica gives Natsuki's shoulder a quick squeeze before standing up and pulling away. The end of the club meeting passes. Yuri has already departed, so Monica, after checking on Sayori and Natsuki to ensure they wouldn't stay too late, Sayori was determined to finish her manga volume before heading out since the end was approaching. However, with Natsuki also staying late for an unknown reason, because the writers couldn't think of one, a silent tension hangs in the air. After finishing the volume, Sayori brings it to the closet and puts it away. She slides it back into the shelf while Natsuki watches. No, stop. Right, yeah, rub against that, not the fucking desk, the drawer that has the mic on it. Then Natsuki gets up and pulls it back out in order to return it to its proper location. Sorry. I didn't know where it's supposed to go. It's fine. The two fall silent again, avoiding eye contact. They both look like they're about to say something, but neither can break the silence. A moment passes. Well, I'll be on my way. See you tomorrow. Sarah turns away to hide her pained expression, then walks away from the closet. If there was any proof that Natsuki no longer to be friends, this was it. Defeated, Sarah carries herself out the room. Once in the hallway, Sarah takes a deep breath, and hits her palm against her cheek to clear her head a little. Suddenly Natsuki's stammering voice calls from behind. Natsuki? Startled, Sarah turns back to face Natsuki. Aww. Natsuki fidgets and anxiously continues with a shaking voice. I have a lot of things to say. Me too. But you go first. Natsuki bites her lip and can't stay still. Little Horn. Well, first of all, she cuts herself short, struggling to continue. Trying to force out the words, she stamps her foot and hops up and down a little. I'm sorry for the thing I did at lunch, and I'm sorry for being kind of an ass lately. It's really hard for me to I'm not good with things that make me uncomfortable, especially when it comes out to be like feelings and stuff. So, face burning, Natsuki's palm calms up again. Instead of continuing, she simply holds up a sheet of paper for Sayori to take. The best place... Wait, cat. Don't move. Just stay still. Actually, no, I can just hold it left-handed. Stop. The best place in the world. I love my bedroom. It's full of bright colors and soft things. The sunlight shines in and makes everything sparkle. It's the best place in the world. It has all my treasures, all my books, my collections, my memories. All of my dreams were born in this room. It's the best place in the world. It has my secrets, all my failures, my fears, my feelings. Sometimes it's so fragile that the door will break at the slightest touch, but it's still the best place in the world. But when someone knocks, I get scared. I brace my arms against the loose hinges. Please don't break. Don't come in. I'm not ready. It's my best place in the world. The knocking won't stop. I block the door with furniture and... Cat, stop. Why are you being such... Oh, I can't be mad at you, but stop being a dick. Hey, Makalovo. 1 second. Appreciate the sub. Hell yeah. I gotta put this cat out because he won't stay still and he keeps trying. He's purposely trying to spill my drink on my brand new ass mic. Say bye to the people. Be gone. The abridged version of Lion King be like. Don't worry, I'll get you before we go to sleep. Calm down. Nope, go eat some fruity fucking pebbles or some shit. But yeah, bro, welcome to the Yellow Army. I'm glad you're here. Oh yeah, we have to do special mic for when we read these. The knocking won't stop. I block the door with furniture. An eye peeks through the keyhole, and I panic. I'm trapped in the best place in the world. I'm not ready to share my favorite place. I need to clean my secrets and make my bed to hide my nightmares. I need to touch them, to put them away, to see them again. I have so much to do, and I'm scared. I'm not ready, but it's still my favorite place. I still want to share it. However long it takes, if you wait patiently, I'll eventually open the door and show you the best place in the world. Hell yeah. I love that poetry shit. I'll write myself, actually. It's a poem, but I thought, well, I sucked it up so I can work things out with you. So just be happy about it. Please. Sayori smiles deeply from the bottom of her heart. I'm happier than I could ever express. I feel so awful, but I'm so happy that you would do this for me. I actually realized before the club meeting today that I made a mistake. I got so caught up in the change to get closer to you that I forgot about thinking about what you really wanted. And that we probably have different ways to make friends. I cannot read while playing a literature game. About the friendship stuff, I mean, it's okay. I understand, so you don't have to force yourself to talk about it. Your poem did a very good job. So don't force yourself if you're not ready yet, okay? My favorite character, by far, hands down, Sayori. I don't know if the writers are just organically if the writers organically made her this hilarious, lovable, and adorable, or if it's just the voice I did, because at first I didn't know how serious it was, so the preset voice I had for her, kind of just makes me laugh at almost every other thing she says, but by God, I love Sayori with a burning passion. That is my spirit animal. I believe in order would probably go, I don't know, the side stories got me, they changed the way I see things because this is all before the events of the first game, so it's just Monica actually has a personality and, a different side to her. And it's just so deep, and I love it, and I love these characters, and I never want this game to end. Who's your favorite character? Natsuki not. You don't have to feel like you did anything wrong. It was my fault, and I'm sorry. I wasn't mad at you today or anything. I just felt really guilty and wanted to give you some space. I was thinking that it's silly to me to just approach you all the time, and that I should just let you approach me if you want it. Just whatever makes you feel comfortable, I respect that from now on. Friendships should always start with those things, with the right ballot. Roll credits, be a man. Natsuki nods again. One thing about that, Well, I don't want to have to approach you all the time either. I just want it to be balanced, just like you said. Sayori nods. I understand. We'll make sure things work out then. Oh, is that the end? No, yay. Well, anyway, now the two of them have found common ground. Natsuki found it easier to speak more freely again. It's not like I'm going to be able to share my poems all the time now or anything like that, so don't get your hopes up. But I guess it wouldn't hurt to do it every once in a while. Only the best ones. Good. That's the best answer you could have gave. God dang, dude. That was a mixture of funny and savage. So you better just like them, otherwise I might change my mind. I like anything you do, Natsuki. She's always, since day one gave me vampire vibes just because of that tooth. I was just saying. More importantly, I have to tell you about my new boyfriend. Huh? Oh, from the manga. Wait, I need to guess who it is. You definitely won't be able to guess. My mind is an enigma. The two walk down the hallway together. Oh my God, we have so much to talk about, girl. Darn, I should have told you to save the last two chapters. I wanted to see your face, for the big reveal. You wanted to enjoy it with me. That's okay. Oh, shut up. So, wait, what? I can't read these mails because they keep trying to make this non-canon, but this is so canon. I don't even care. Oh, check out the pick. So Oh, that was that one. Okay. I wonder why they did it like so out of order instead of just having like story and then side stories. So we're missing a lot. So I'm not too big about the secrets just because that's not like, you know, it's secrets. They're meant to be, you know, looked for and stuff. I'm just playing the game for the experience and fun. I don't know how to get all the promos. Like, select the word horror during the poem game. Delete Monica for the second time? Okay, so these are hard to find too. Okay. But I've picked like a bunch of words, so I don't know how I've somehow missed any. So hopefully by the time we finish these, we gotta check out the new tunes, dude. None of them will just. But this, I wish I can like set this to my alarm clock. I would wake up happy, but instead I gotta wake up like siren heads in my fucking room because I'm the deepest sleeper until I'm ready to wake up. God, I love the just Easter. Yuri's is filled with. I mean, if you actually paid attention to the story, that's the Mark of Tarkov. I can never remember. It starts with a T, but yeah. The book about, you know, the human experiments and shit. Her mic's on mute. That was sad. Then Natsuki's reading a manga. You know, Monika's just being Monica. And Sayori has a fucking cow. Wait, thick legs? Which one? Wait, where? I mean, Yuri's up there. That looks like two completely different sets of legs. Oh, wait, no, I can, wait. No, you was talking about... Holy shit. Wait, no? I can never not look at this and laugh. Sayori's dressed up as a fucking cow. Now we're going to start reflection. I don't know how they're going to really do this one, because this is the fifth one. The first one was how Monica and Sayori met, and then the introduction to Monica, the introduction of Yuri, damn it, and then Natsuki. So this can be interesting. No. Okay, just checking. It's hard to tell since you always look like you're just so into whatever you're reading. It makes me scared to interrupt. Well, it's within my expectations to be interrupted when I read here. It's mainly when I'm by myself that I don't like that. It makes sense, I guess. If you're here in the first place, then you're more ready to socialize, even if it takes a bit of prodding. It's not so bad to be social if I let others do the work. Then it can be healthy to put myself into a social environment every now and then. It's mostly difficult when I don't know anyone, or there are too many people, or everyone is just being too silly for me to keep up with. Yuri glances at Sayori. No, we ain't gonna read Natsuki. I can't deal with when people are being too silly. It stares the shit out of Natsuki. Nah, God dang it. Sayori has her head cocked back and her mouth open, trying to catch pieces of a cookie that Natsuki is lobbing into the air. But the pieces keep bouncing off her face and hitting the floor. Should I say something? No need. They just ran out of cookie. What a waste. They've really become good friends, haven't they? I'm happy. Sayori seems particularly good at making that happen. But the two of them, both on the energetic side, so I suppose it works out well. Yeah, come to think of it, you and I haven't had much chance to talk one-on-one, have we? Though, that may be partially my fault since I'm supposed to be the one engaging the club members. Schematics and semantics. No, not at all. I've probably formed a habit of drawing minimal attention to myself. The responsibility is equally on me, at least to display some openness to engage. Well, what about during times like lunch? Do you meet up with friends? I only read. I just read, Monica. Oh. But I like it that way. It feels nice to be carried off again after morning classes. Do you always read fantasy? No, not always. I suppose it's all I've read recently, but because I'm only in the middle of this series. There are 2 more books after this one. I guess those long books suit you well since you spend so much time reading. Well, fantasy may be my favorite, but after that I'm more or less indiscriminate to genres. I read anything with depth and maturity. Oh yeah. Even like romance. Blah. So we can get the ending of the game. Well, see, there are a lot of books that have elements of romance in them. Oh, come on, Yuri, you know what I mean. Monica lowers her voice. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. So, I won't tell anyone if you do too. Maybe more when I was in middle school. I mean, I was really lonely and people were mean to me a lot, so it just kind of felt... Please don't make me think about the past. Sorry, I just got, just super curious. We should totally pick out a romance novel to read. That would be so much fun. Cody Ray, what's good, my dude? Absolutely not. Really? Even though it's just between us? Try asking someone who has no shame like Natsuki. Ouch! Sorry, I swear I just didn't really mean to say that. Well, I guess it's my fault for pressing you. I'm like that for most things in my past too. I feel too embarrassed to re-experience. There's nothing wrong with growing out of things. It happens to everyone. For instance, Natsuki's interest in manga reminds me quite about how intense I used to be about a lot of my interests. Nice. It makes me think that she'll likely grow out of that too. Were you just talking about me? No, we were just talking about our interests have changed over the years. When did you get into manga, Natsuki? Like a couple of years ago, I guess. I was already sort of into it before, but I really wasn't going hard until then. Oh yeah, it's always YoloDonkey time. Oh yeah. So what inspired? I was actually the same way with anime. Like, I watched like the Dragon Ball, like not really watched it, but glanced at it. The American Dad, Family Guy, Yu-Gi-Oh! I was really big into, but like not until like early this year, I just now started getting into anime. Like I've only watched like 2 full shows, and I'm about to finish my 3rd. Is there a Slender Man game for the PS4? Because if y'all want to see it, I'm down. I don't know. I guess just let me think. It was after I discovered a series that I really liked. Yep, that was me. That was Black Lagoon for me. I fucking love that show. Yeah, I was just like really fed up with a lot of things, and I got super into this one series that I related to. I guess I had a edgy phase. I just hated everyone around me. Just wanted to be by myself. I have not. Hey, kind of like Yuri. Monica! Sorry. That's completely wrong, so it's so cool that you just dismiss anything that she was about to say. It's still cool that you both really found your thing. There almost like opposites, but it sounds like they really helped you get through the hard times. You know it. Wow. What the heck? Is that book bigger than the last one you were reading? It's technically slightly larger, but not by very much. How high do you think it would go if we stacked up the whole series? Natsuki estimates by holding her hand high above her head, sizing up the imaginary stack. I should get one of those mangas that like 50 volumes long so I can say I've read more than you. Not that I have the money for that. Please, that would hardly count when your books only have a few words per page. I know, I was just joking, girl. Monica, hey, there you are. I didn't know you had a twin. Cool. I can never actually read books like yours. They're just too boring for me. Yuri shoots a glance at Natsuki, just, the fuck did you say about books, bitch? Bug. Hey, Zemu. Nice. I have a Funimation account. Phasmophobia is actually not on PlayStation, I don't believe. But yeah, like the only ones I've like watched so far are Black Lagoon, 7 episodes of Attack on Titan. I'm not finishing that. I'm not even gonna do a Death Note, and I'm about to finish up Hellsing. I watched Hellsing backwards. I watched the Abridged, then the Ultimate, which are OVAs, and now I'm starting from it. But yeah, my damn home screen is Black Lagoon, and then my back page is Death Note. It's not boring. Chill, I said for me, not for you. I can have my own opinion. I just think it's too convoluted. See, I'm just saying, I can do either or, but like I've always had a thing for comics because they're like the most. How am I trying to say this? Like, they're the truest thing to a Arthur's story because, you know, like with books, you know, you have to think of everything specifically, but the comics, you know, he can get his exact image and story out there. And you know, like in acting, like if a character's like in a show for a long time but wants to do something else, then you have to change the entire story just because of one person. No, comics it's just like, I don't know, that's just for me. Say Oreos from the floor? Gross. Also, wash your hands before touching any of my books. And my hands aren't dirty. Just do it. The oils are there, even if you can't see them. Fine, silly goof. Sayori trots to the door. She fucking trots to the door. Sayori trots out the door. Natsuki follows. You look a little upset. What kind of nerve does she have to call my hobby boring? She did correct herself. Hardly. She was so condescending. I don't mind if she thinks it's not for her. I understand it's not for everyone, but she knows well as much of... What the fuck? But she knows well how much these things mean to me. So how about just leaving me alone instead of needlessly telling me the things you hate about it? I'm sorry, I've had that problem recently. You may be right. This won't be the last time. I relate to all of these characters in like one way or another, and it scares the shit out of me. This won't be the last time people have strong feelings about what they like and what they don't like. Especially in the literature club. I'm going to refresh screen because I think something just like poofed up. Okay, yeah, okay, fix it. It was saying that -8 people were watching, so I just refreshed the stream real quick because how the hell do I owe people to watch? Like, I don't know. For the record, I've always been impressed by the level of creativity in your books, and also the ability to get through them so quickly. Thank you. Okay, well, this is something that I'll have to think about and revisit. I'm sure I can help Natsuki find some common ground with you. I played Fall Guys like for 5 minutes and then couldn't do it anymore. Common ground isn't necessary. I just wish to be respected. Then, either way, I'll do my best. I'm skeptical when it comes to Natsuki. I trust you, Monica, but I'm skeptical. See if I can. God, it breaks my hand trying to do that. Like, she has the what? How the wait? Oh, because it's with her right hand, and I'm just sitting here tripping. My camera's too far even for that, and plus I'm leaning to the right. Okay, everyone, we have a special club meeting today. As you know, the Literature Club is a place where we get to share things that we're really, really passionate about. But that also means we should be more mindful to how we respond to others' feelings. I think we have a chance to turn our differences into positive energy for reaching each other. Aren't you being a little dramatic about this? This is important to me. Well, sorry, I just feel like I'm being accused of something. No, I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm sorry if it came off that way. But a conversation yesterday made me reflect on the power of language. And I thought it would be a good topic for the Literature Club. Don't you think? I'm sure we're going to have differences in opinions. Wait, holy fucking bullshit. I'm sure we're going to have differences in opinion a lot. So I need to make sure we're prepared to keep a positive atmosphere in the club. If you say so. Sure. The cool thing about language, it gives us a lot of different ways to express the same idea or emotion. We have a lot of control over what we want the other person to feel when receiving our thought. That goes for poetry, narratives, casual conversation, and basically anything. For example, Sayori, what is your favorite food? I have them organized by category. Should I start with snacks, or do you mean full meals? Should I have included breakfast? Fuck. Sayori. I mean, you ask somebody who constantly eats what their favorite food is. How about your favorite fruit? That's easy. Cherries. Really? Or is that cherries tasted nasty? What? Cherries are delicious. Delicious? Whoa, that's a pretty strong reaction. Well, I didn't understand how somebody could just think cherries are nasty. How does it make you feel?
That.
Defensive, maybe? Yeah, I got defensive. See, that's the reason you had such a strong reaction. It wasn't just because I don't like cherries, it's because you felt like your opinion was under attack. But that sounds weird, right? Something like taste is completely subjective. Ooh, I see where she's going with this and I like it. But when I say something like, I think cherries taste nasty, I'm using objective language. I'm challenging Sarah's realities that cherries are delicious with my own, which is that cherries are nasty. Wait, hold on. How is that objective when you're just saying what your only opinion was? It has something to do with the way our brain interprets words. You're talking about the reality of cherries, not the feelings about them. Like Sayori. Let's rewind for a second and pretend I didn't tell you that cherries are nasty. Good. So what if instead of that, like, holy fuck, I can't read. How am I at 300 and some subs? I can't fucking read. Y'all follow an illiterate guy watching and playing an illiterate, a literary game.
I say that, but in like middle school, I had a college level vocabulary. I just act dumb so people like me.
So what if instead of that, I said, I've tried cherries and they're not for me. It's not that kind of flavor I enjoy. That's fine. As long as you don't call them nasty, because if then, we're going to have to square up. Nasty is a nasty word. Okay, cherries was kind of a weird example, but I think everyone gets the point. This time around, instead of talking about cherries, I just talked about feelings and that Sayori didn't get offensive. So instead of clashing with each other, we received an invitation to talk about our differences. Yuri, you don't need to take notes. I'm not going to quiz you or something. I know that. Alright, you have a good one, dude. I was just... Sorry, I didn't mean to call you out. You can do whatever you like. But does anyone have any thoughts so far? Yeah, I feel like I shouldn't have to put all my language through a filter just to protect someone's feelings. Well, you don't have to. The choice is yours on how you want to come across to other people. I'm only suggesting it as a tool to help turn your differences into a positive experience rather than an argument. Right, sorry?
Whatever you say, cherry hater, pussy ass bitch, I'm gonna have to fuck you and your mama. I'm gonna have to pull up in the block.
Oh, come on. Sorry, I actually like cherries. I was just saying that to help demonstrate. What the fuck? I've been duped. Sari is the best. I don't care what anybody says, bro. I've been duped. God, I spent so much reading as her, but I love it. Oh my fuck, bro. I'm sorry, Sari. I'll make it up to you later. How about a cherry sundae? You're welcome to give me any time, my beloved resident. Buying your people's loyalty. How deplorable. Like, you would turn down a free sundae, Yuri? You were certainly a fan of those cupcakes I brought the other week.
That was, ooh, you got me there, coach.
I was reading and not keeping track of them. Okay, that's enough. We're getting off topic. So now that we have a gist of it, how about we try it with something more relevant to the club, like manga, right? Let's try to have a productive discussion about our differences in opinion. Yuri, would you care to start? I'm not a big ice cream guy, so I'm just not a big ice cream guy. Cold shit hurts my teeth. Well, I'd rather not know. How come? Well, because I don't see anything productive can come from that. It's just gonna start a fight. No, it'll be fine. That's why I'm here to moderate. Ooh, okay, using some of that, debate club. Let's just have a calm and rational discussion. Yeah, give me a little more credit. I'm not a child. You don't have to cuddle my feelings. I always think that it's more respectable to just speak your mind. Respectable? Your expression changes as that word. As Monica recalls, being respected was the crux of the matter for Yuri. Well, the point of the exercise isn't exactly like, it's fine. I have nothing against anyone personally. You're entitled to enjoy whatever it is you like. I just prefer more depth and nuance in my reading material. That actually sounds like a good combination, even though I don't like either one of those things. I look for stories that are imaginative and sophisticated beyond the surface level. Oh, well, that's just a misunderstanding then. I just thought we were going to say manga's for children or something like that. I don't hear enough of that. But there's plenty of deep manga. I'm not clueless about manga. I've read my own fair share when I was younger. Wait, are you serious? How come you never told me? Because I'm past that point in my life and I really prefer not to revisit it. I prefer more mature things now. Excuse me? Hold on. Can I jump in here? Let's try to keep things subjective. Because if you imply that manga is immature, then they aren't implying that someone is immature for being into. Well, maybe it's immature to judge people for having different tastes than you. Natsuki! Nobody's immature. I've read Natsuki's manga and Yuri's fantasies. I love them both in their each way. Okay. It's great that you like it, but I still find it boring. Boring isn't subjective. Okay, it bores me. That's subjective. But, I mean, the thing about this is ridiculous. Do you see why I didn't want to participate in this? I know it was just going to make people upset. I'm not upset. Like I said, I don't care what other people think. But I always get the impression that you secretly look down upon me, so I'm glad my suspicions were confirmed. That's not true at all. You're making assumptions. You can't blame me for getting defenses when nobody has the least bit of respect for the thing I'm into. The only thing I look down upon is when people make fun of me for just being myself and trying to mind my own business. What? Have you looked in a mirror? Tell me about respect after calling all of my interests immature. You can't. Please, stop, please. You don't mean the things you're saying right now. Let's just be friends. I didn't mean for this to happen. I mean, who knew that women could get so emotional about the things they like and, get into fights? I sure as shit did. Well, it did, so please don't invite yourself to try and solve other people's problems next time, okay? Damn! Yuri with the damn daggers. Yuri's piercing... Yeah. Me and this game are like the Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man meme. Yuri's piercing words send the club room into a choked silence. As she gathers her things, she leaves. Holy crap. I never heard her sound like that before. She must be so pissed. Well, you weren't very nice either, so... I was just saying. How did this happen? It's my fault. Yuri was wrong. I shouldn't have tried to moderate a conflict when I know how bad I am at dealing with conflicts. That'd be some shit. It was a really stupid thing for me to do. It's nobody's fault, and it wasn't stupid. Everyone in the club room is a nice person. Nobody would have expected this, but I guess we're all sensitive about the things we really love. Honestly, she kind of brought it up upon herself. Like I said, I don't care if you're not into manga, but if you actually look down on other people for it, that's kind of the point I was trying to make in the first place. Not to sugarcoat things, but it's about just recognizing and understanding our differences. Okay, but here's the thing about that. Yuri actually looks down on me. It has nothing to do with her war choice or anything like that. So, I see what you're trying to do, but I really think the problem is her, not just the way we talk to each other. Right? I mean, Yuri's not like that. She's a whole lot sweeter than you're giving her credit for. I'm sure she'll be reflecting on this. I actually think everyone should. It'll be fine. I'll figure something out. Wow. I'm just saying that instinctively. I'm just setting myself up to cause more problems. This isn't your fault, Monica. You don't have to beat yourself over it. If you ask me, it's good the truth finally come out because I could just move on now. But, it's fine, I promise. Let's just get our minds off this, okay? In fact, I think it's a good opportunity to read some manga without having to worry about feeding Yuri's the priority complex. That may mean I'll talk or read manga or whatever you want, but just don't be mean to my friends, okay? Sorry. I'm just bitter. Everything will be okay. I mean, I don't have the answers, but at least I know that we're all good people that want to hurt each other. This will be a learning experience. Monica says that, but her uneasiness is given away by how much she has to force the reassuring tone in her voice. This was bound to happen eventually. Natsuki and Yuri has always engaged with each other the least out of anyone, and this is the reason. As Yuri and Natsuki proceed to distract themselves with manga, Monica sighs to herself, unable to shake her worried thoughts. Will the club really have to just come to terms with the fact some members will be uncompatible with each other? Monica desperately doesn't want to admit that, but she knows Sayori doesn't either. But for once, a solution doesn't seem to be in sight. This will end part 1. Got more music? Hug energy. What's that? Bailey's 2017 gimmick? Wait, that starts the same. No, it doesn't. Oh, you talking about the two O's in Doki Doki? Yep. By the way, I'm getting Kenny's hat next paycheck. I've already made up my mind. A new day arrives. Sayori arrives at the classroom earlier than usual, but it's not late. Okay, real quick. Fuck it. Well, Q&A. Ask questions while I go piss because it hit me out of nowhere. Holy crap. Okay, Q&A, go a little longer because it's about to start raining outside, and yeah, I left my windows down. So just give me just 1 second. I'll be right back. Damn it. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the longer intermission than necessary. And since it's raining, the stream might get crashed. But we're going to stay as long as we can. My brain is dead. I'll try to think. Did you say you had watched Death Note? Or I have watched Death Note. The anime, not the fucking shit-ass, dumbass Netflix adaptation. I've only read up on people's thoughts and reviews and breakdowns, and I'm never going to even touch that. Even if I'm bored and that's the last thing to watch. No. What would Kenny say to the comic book version of Clementine when she bailed on AJ? What the fuck, Clem? After all we've been through, After all the deaths that we've gotten to this point, now when you're at your weakest, you want to become even weaker and leave your kid behind? Our kid? Our legacy? This kid's going to be the future. You helped get it here. You have to stay and face it through. Like how I wanted to leave at Wellington, you stayed with me. You're staying with me again.
I didn't think I played The Last Walking Dead. I get annoyed after you didn't continue playing
Yeah, me and Cody Rafe have different opinions on Season 3, which I respect his opinion about it, but I absolutely could not stand Season 3. As she enters, it appears to still be empty. She sits down at her desk and pulls out a sheet of paper, primed to jot down her thoughts. Sayori has made a habit of scribbling her thoughts and feelings onto paper whenever it is possible, as it tends to serve as her best inspiration for poetry. My heart feels vacant because the ship has sailed away. Yo, it's not Suki on the track, so it's not nice. Do not murder unless you're me. Yo, I'm actually working on music right now. I might just do a fucking Natsuki track now. Yeah! Natsuki pokes her head out from behind the closet door. Sorry, didn't mean to scare you, girl. But it would have been a whole lot more awkward if I didn't say anything. I doubt you want me listening in on your poetry thing.
Yeah. My favorite season, 1 or 4.
No, 2. You know what? They're all tied besides 3. End of Michonne. Thanks for realizing that. I should let you finish up then. Oh no, I mean, just do whatever it's convenient. You're not interrupting. Where's Monica, by the way? She's out in the hallway. Huh? Why? Well, just in case she runs into Yuri. Sometimes Yuri's too nervous to come into the classroom by herself, so... Oh. Jesus, really? Does Yuri really let things bother her for that long? She can't control her feelings. For some people, it's really hard to cope when you get a bad thought in your head. There will not be a fucking episode where this game does not punch my feelings. Maybe you could distract yourself for a little while, but as soon as it's just you and your thoughts again, it comes back. Nug. Huh? I just want us to have a normal club meeting. It's so much easier to pretend. I just became a fucking water boy out of nowhere. To pretend like it never happened and we could just ignore it and move on. I don't want to be bothered by this. It's so stupid. Her opinion on me doesn't matter anyways. Besides, if it really makes her feel guilty, besides, it makes me feel guilty and I really hate that too. It's okay to have feelings. It doesn't make you weak. Let's figure this out together. Fine. Only because you're good at this stuff. Let's try to come up with a happy theme. Maybe that will help us understand where your bad feelings are coming from. Well, I was happy the way things were before we had that conversation yesterday. Okay, but part of the conversation made you upset. Was it Yuri being mean about the manga? Maybe. I doubt it though. Because my friends and other people make fun of manga all the time. I just brush it off and ignore them. But something about it really got me this time, and I hate when I'm letting that happen. Because it came from Yuri? No, why would that matter? I mean, well, maybe I just hate that she thinks that she's so much better than me just because she likes to pretend to be all sophisticated. Yeah, that's what it is. At least other people decide that they don't like me or manga or whatever. but Yuri acts like she's too good to even give it a chance. I'm sorry. Everyone deserves a chance. Yes, exactly. Would you give Yuri's books a chance? After this? Obviously not. But what about before this? Well, I wouldn't until I got bored, which wouldn't take very long. But if you actually keep an open mind, then it's not hard to realize that a story can be deep and meaningful without needlessly complicated. Hey, she looks like me when I'm trying to, just trying to get out of the wedgie without digging right in my butt. I see, but I like Yuri's books. Yeah, but you like manga more, right? Sarah shakes her head. I like them both. I like them in different ways, but I like them both. I mean, the manga, it's really honest and fun and just easy to go with. And the fantasy has a lot to interpret and undercover, and it's really rewarding to have some good quiet time with it. But the most important thing is that both the manga and fantasy are true to themselves. So I love them both. And I think that there's room for both of them to be the same club together. I just feel like maybe they have more in common than you would think. How do you get along with everyone so well? I always get into fights with people. Like, first it was Monica when I was new to the club, and then it was you, and now Yuri. And it's always like I'm the person being such a jerk, and if they just realize it, then we can just get along. But nobody else has that problem. I just keep running away from the reality that everyone's just a jerk to me because nobody likes me. And I don't know why, and I don't know what to do about it, and I don't know what's wrong with me. I hate it. Natsuki. Sari puts a comforting hand on her shoulder. You're a wonderful person. You should deserve to be as loved as everyone else. Everyone has a different ways they like to communicate, And sometimes that makes it harder for us to understand each other. I just think sometimes we get lucky and make friends who are really good at the same kinds of communication, and it feels like, you magically connect with them. But others, even if both people are really nice, it's easy for them to misunderstand each other or to get the communication wrong. It's something that Yuri struggles with a lot too. It can be really hard, and it takes a lot, like reflection. Roll credits. Be a man. And self-awareness. And vulnerability. I'm bad at that one. Vulnerability. I always have to be the strongest. What do you mean? Tell me about that part of you. Well, it sounds stupid, but I'm just used to people being mean to me, like my friends, and I guess my dad when I don't get the good grades or the stupid things like my room isn't clean. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Natsuki's dad kind of beats her sometimes and shit like that. So what am I going to do? Cry about it? If I let myself get upset, then I'm just letting them win, and I'm... Oh my god! Oh yeah, the Coke. But I literally was talking to one of my friends about that today because someone did a slight comment or it's just something minor, and it always pisses him off. So and he's just like, bro, how can you just be like, how can you just not care? And that's exactly what I said. If someone's trying to bother you and you let it bother you, then they win. If you don't let it bother you, keep your smile, your energy, and you're happy, then you win. And I don't like to lose. And I don't like being sad. So I just win. I'm better than all of them. So the things always have to be everybody else's fault. It feels like something goes wrong and then everyone... there's even a tiny hint that it might be my fault, then I just get really angry. And I'll always find a way to blame everything on everyone else instead. Do you see yourself better as Theory? If I said that, then I wouldn't just sound really full of myself. No, our thoughts and our feelings are two different things. Even if we don't like our feelings, we have to understand them and we have to learn more about themselves. That's a part of vulnerability, accepting that we have feelings that we don't like. Holy shit, that's deep as fuck. Never thought of it like that. I hate that. My feelings make me a bad person because my feelings just want that I'm just so much better than her. That she's a judgmental know-it-all who's stuck in her own edgy phase of it. That's just way above that garbage. But I'm terrible at feeling that way. You're not terrible. You are not your feelings. But you are not your feelings. Say that out loud to yourself. Fine. I am not my feelings. The way that I like to picture it. If those feelings are like your roommate. You live in the same house and you gotta see each other every day. Even if you can ignore each other most of the time, you're gonna run into each other every now and then, and it's gonna make you feel like poop. So, the other option is to get to know each other. You can communicate and learn from each other, and maybe even help each other change for the better. Does that help you understand? How do you know so much about this stuff? I just have a roommate that can be really hard to get along with. Called depression. Depression? But you're like the happiest person I know. I am not my feelings. Bro. That was just my drop of the fucking year. That was not only savage, in wordplay terms and storytelling, but jeez, bro, that just like that I talk too much, and that left me speechless. Jesus fucking Christ, that was so good. I want to be a good person like you. Oh, good sweetheart. We're all good people, you, Yuri, and Monica. And just think Yuri will eventually learn that about you. Nasuke, god dang, I'm so stuck in that line. She literally just said the opposite. She just said we got to get to know our feelings so we can, learn from it and better ourselves. Nasuke remains silent, feeling a little overwhelmed. Despite Sayori's kind of reassurance, a complicated mixture of pain and sadness seems to fill her, although flowing from a wound inside of her. Was it a result of her vulnerability? No. It wasn't as though she was inflicted a wound. No, it wasn't. Oh, okay. I missed the as though. No, it wasn't as though she was inflicted by a wound from after becoming vulnerable. It was as though she began to rediscover an old wound and simply cannot be banished any longer. No, it's not you. It's just that I don't enunciate, and I read too fast. So I probably just probably like screwed the story up for you. Don't worry about it. Fucking love this game. Shit, fucking cockballs. Wait. Love that noise. Yuri, what are you doing all the way over here? I was looking for you. Please don't yell at me. I'm not going to yell at you. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry about what happened yesterday. It was unfair of me to put everyone on the spot like that. Next time... Is Yuri about to leave the club? I mean, I know she doesn't, but, you know. Next time, I won't just try to jump in and solve everyone's problems. It's just a bad habit of mine.
You're not mad at me?
I thought you were the one mad at me.
I was so awful yesterday.
Yuri curls up, recalling the details of the argument.
I can't even have a normal conversation without saying something wrong and making everyone get upset.
I say, me, you're the best. Hold on, that's not what happened at all. Let's talk about this, okay? Calm down. Yuri pauses for a second, then manages a nod. Monica takes a seat next to her on the staircase. I'm having a lot of negative thought patterns, and I can't get away from them. What kind of negative thought patterns?
Like everyone hates me, especially Natsuki.
That's terrible. Natsuki doesn't hate you.
How do you know?
Well, because Monica thinks back to the time that she herself found her to be in an altercation with Natsuki. And how a display of maturity from Monica was enough for Natsuki to reevaluate her own feelings as well. I think Natsuki is just naturally defensive. I think she acts mean when she feels the need to protect herself, but you know she's really not a bad person. In fact, I think she can be really thoughtful and considerate. I just guess the way it works is that she wants to receive some degree of kindness first before she feels comfortable returning it.
Oh,
but that means the burden is on me. And I don't know how to say things that people like me. Every time I open my mouth, Yuri shakes her head. It's okay, Yuri. You don't need to beat yourself up. I think anyone would like you if they had the chance to get to know you.
Well, unfortunately, the opposite is true. That's why I'm not a talkative person anymore in the first place. Because everyone used to think I was weird and talk behind my back. That's just what happens when I draw attention to myself. Natsuki even says she found it way more respectable when people speak their mind. So I did, and then she hated me anyway.
Oh, for sure.
It was enough to confirm my fears.
I like that the whole story between can't call it an arc, but the whole like side story between Yuri and Natsuki is that they're the same people but complete opposites. You know, they're both passionate people. One's just about dark things and is really negative about herself. The other one thinks too highly of herself and she knows that and is passionate about her nice and bright things. And the word is it was enough to confirm my fears. And Natsuki was just talking about how Yuri was confirming her suspicions. That is very well written. Unless I'm digging too deep, but I don't think I am. But Sayori and I like you. We've gotten to know you a lot by now, right? Yuri doesn't seem to have a response. Hey, what do you think of Natsuki?
I don't think about her.
That's not what I meant. I was wondering if you had an opinion of her.
I do.
What is it?
Natsuki seems to bring out the worst in me, and I feel really ashamed of it. I like to think of myself as a fairly sophisticated person, so for someone to just treat me like I'm inferior despite my taste, it's just the worst kind of insult coming from someone like her, and it makes me think bad things about her. But everyone else seems to like her, so the only exclamation, they're even having the same thing, The only exclamation is, it's me who's doing something wrong again, and my feelings about her are wrong. And I'm wrong to get upset over something so childish and so inconsequential. No, Yuri, your feelings are never wrong. Well, they're not right. That's the thing. Feelings are never right or wrong. They're just the state of being that we don't always have control over. But that doesn't mean that they have to control us. I feel like there's something I learned around when I first started the club. We can hate ourselves for feeling a certain way about things, or we can, just acknowledge that they exist and try to understand them better. I can never be mad at you. Oh, fuck. Here comes some fucking yawns. Damn it. I can never be mad at you for feeling a certain way. It's just how you handle them. And I think working through the feelings is a great opportunity for teamwork. Yuri wears a dejected experience. You make it sound so easy. You're so mature and so good with people. I feel like a child in comparison. Oh, Yuri, I'm far from perfect, but these are learned skills. They didn't come to me naturally either. It's really hard to, reflect on yourself and separate your own feelings from your thoughts. I just want to be a good person. It's from all the reading. When I can read normally and not yawn, but it's when I read out loud. I've never understood that. I can drive all day, but once I start to ride in a car or something, I'll fall instantly asleep. It doesn't matter what's happening. If I'm riding in a car, I'm asleep. Well, I think it takes a good person to get this far. But that's not good enough. I want to be able to communicate with her. Okay, communicate it to her. Okay, communicate what? How I feel. How it makes me feel frustrated and upset when she's so negative and dismissive about the things that mean so much to me, and how it reminds me of me. Because I know what it's like to feel misunderstood and angry at everyone. Yes. I know that telling yourself you're better than everyone else is just a defensive mechanism. We're just people, fragile and unstable, but I'm just tired of getting it in the way. I can't stand it when the peace is disturbed like this. Yeah, you can't focus on your reading with the peace is disturbed, right? Because the literature club should be happy for everyone. Look at the glee Monica feels. Monica looks at Yuri in subordination. I feel like Sayori must be rubbing off on me because I really want to hug you right now. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable. No, well, if you wanted to, then I really wouldn't mind. So, Monica pulls Yuri for a short embrace. You're so gentle, and I love when you communicate your feelings. I feel lucky to see that side of you, and I'm sure Natsuki will too. I'm going to write her a letter. Oh, a letter, what a swell idea. Just because I'm not good at talking, especially under pressure. I always let my feelings get the best of me, and I forget to say all the important things, and I say the things I don't mean. Well, I think a letter would be wonderful. Such a nice way to communicate. Yuri's face hardens with determination. People don't naturally gravitate towards me like they do for you and Sayori. My personality just isn't suited for that, and I wouldn't want it to be. But something I've learned, that friendship doesn't always just magically appear out of thin air. For instance, I would have never seen myself making my friends with someone like Sayori, for example. We're opposite in a lot of ways, but I'm friends with her because she put so much effort into understanding me so that we can get along. I think it was the same with you. You both gave me a lot of time and patience, and I wonder if she feels the same way. Natsuki? You're not. I always thought that if I wanted to make more friends, I'd have to let somebody that I'm not. That's not the type of person. There is a type of person or a magical formula that I have to follow in order to make someone like me. That's just
like me to think that. I always so occupied with myself that I fail to understand most people. Yuri shakes her head. Friendship happens when you think about the other person. When you offer time and effort to understand them and respect them and trust that they always wanted to be a good person. That's what I learned from my observations in the literature club. Observations? Monica is caught by the surprise. Yuri has always kept to herself so much that it's so unusual to hear her suddenly talk about the club like this. But Yuri gently smiles to herself. You always let me listen to your thoughts about people. Sayori too. It makes me happy because I'm learning a lot. Ah, nice tie-up. That's so sweet. I had no idea it meant that much to you. Monica never thought about it, but the past week Yuri has always seemed to be especially attentive when it comes to the problems and concerns of others. Always wanted to listen and learn more about their friends in the club. It's true Sayori and Monica are naturally more comfortable with other people and can easily work through situations of conflict, but that doesn't make them better people. Everyone has strengths and weaknesses and the capacity to improve. At the first step towards improving oneself is reflection and self-awareness. It's something that Yuri never gave herself enough credit for, but Monica can recognize as an incredible trait. And with that, her confidence in the club is restored. A very shy girl with long, pretty hair is wandering the bustling lunch house as always, her fists pressed into her collarbone. When she finds the literature club president's classroom, she stands at the door glancing all around her before appearing inside. Monica is sitting and chatting with a group of unknown friends. Yeah, as expected, this was always a bad idea. Suddenly, Monica glances over to the door, making the girl panic and duck out of sight. Before she can regain composure and decided to for sure leave, the classroom door gently opens. Yuri? What a surprise to see you during lunch. Yuri squeaks a response. Please help me. What? Is everything okay? Yuri shakes her head. I don't know how to write letters. Oh, thank goodness. I thought it was some kind of emergency. Monica Brinkley glances over her shoulder at her other friends. Do you want some help? We can go find an empty classroom. Is that okay? I feel bad for taking you away from your friends. It's totally fine. I promise we weren't doing anything. One sec. Monica trots back into her classroom, says something like, I gotta go, to her friends, and then grabs a pen and rushes to Yuri. Okay, let's find somewhere quiet. Yuri nods and follows Monica as the two of them set off. How are you today? Me? Well, yeah. Oh gosh, I'm just caught off guard. I'm doing well today, just tired. I never seem to get enough sleep during the week. How come? I don't know, I just think I'm easily distracted. I get sucked into things and start neglecting the time. Me too. I also do that. Speaking of which, I got a video coming out tomorrow. Hey, this classroom is empty. Let's go in here. After peering inside, Monica opens a classroom door and the two of them enter. Yuri's moment of relaxation ends. She watches Monica pull two chairs to the same desk. How would y'all do that? Because they're all desk chairs. She sits down. She stares at the empty desk. You nervous? I don't want to do this. We don't. We don't have to. We can come up with something else. Yuri shakes her head. It's my chance to do something good. I need to take the initiative. Gosh, she must be really determined. I know how hard it is for you to step out of your comfort zone. I'll be sure to encourage you. Yuri pushes through her anxiety and grabs a handful of lined paper from her notebook. Then she picks up her pen. What is this? Hey, you're left-handed. That's neat. Yeah. Now I don't have to worry about bumping into your arm. Monica playfully rubs her shoulder against Yuri's. I'm sorry, I'm just being silly. Anyways, how about we start by listing the different ways you want to say to her? Like a good burger. What are you referring to? Yuri thinks. I feel embarrassed all of a sudden. That's okay. How about some of the things you said to me yesterday? But never mind. I guess I'll try. Yuri thinks for a moment longer. Her tension evident. Okay, I just thought I was reading that weird. No, we just wrote like that. She writes the word reflection. Wait, what's this called? Hey, reflection. Roll credits. Be a man. This is about my reflection on our behavior. The key question is why we act towards each other. But we've been able to separately be friends with Sayori and Monica. That's me. Yes, it is. Yeah, Monica's been rubbed off on by Sayori. So, Yuri thinks. I've been able to befriend the two of you because you've taken the time to understand my needs and respect my interests. Same goes for Natsuki too. We started off as pretty hostile towards each other because I was worried about getting what I wanted, but she just wanted to be respected more than anything else. Once I stopped making it all about me, she was able to do the same. No, I knew what he was talking about. I just was like wondering what he was comparing it to. I want to do that too. So what kind of things do you want to do for her? I want to do the same things for her that I'd like to receive. I like it when people respond positively to the things that I talk about, not just brush me off. I like it when my feelings are taken seriously. And like when you and Sayori trust that I want to be a good person even though I'm not doing a good job at it. Let's write these things down. Okay. Yuri writes down some things. I think it's more important to remember that here is that. What the fuck? Fuck it. I'm getting an energy drink. I'm just chug this. I've actually never tried this before, so Mango Loco. Oh yeah. If I use a bottle opener to open a can, sue me. Be a man. Oh my god, it smells like straight piss. Nope. This ain't it, Chief. Yo, why my beard look like old dude's dad from American Pie? Just up here. Nah, I'm about to go throw this out. Nah, matter of fact, it doesn't deserve me walking. I'm just gonna throw this outside. Matter of fact, I know this is kind of just interrupting the gameplay and the story. No, this was pitiful. This was bad. Yeah, fuck it. Wait, I'm gonna... Be gone. Yep, I ruined my camera angle just to do that and didn't even really capture it good. Ow! I don't know if it's exactly the taste or the fact that it got really hot and then I put it in the refrigerator, but that shit was ass, bro. Yeah, I kind of stubbed my toe in a box. Good old-fashioned lemonade. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Why did it skip? Fuck. I think first you have to make sure you know what... God fucking shit. Then you finally have to ask what you want to return. How does it sound for the structure? It could be 3 paragraphs, 1 for each of these points. I like it. My thoughts were so disorganized I have no idea how to come up with any kind of structure. You're so amazing at this. Oh, stop. You've done so much more than I have, you know. You spent... Oh my god, I'm burping and I taste that shit. I have no idea why it just sped up like that. You spent so much more time reflecting and being open-minded. That's the hardest thing for anyone to do. I'm doing this... All I'm doing is helping you put it on a piece of paper, so I think you're the amazing one. Monica gives Yuri a quick squeeze. But as she lets go, she's caught by surprise when Yuri curls her fingers to hook Monica's hand in place. For a while they sit like that in silence, save for the occasional scratching of Yuri's pen against the paper. You told me yesterday that I'm thinking about a lot. What was that? Oh, yesterday you told me something that I'm thinking about a lot about. What was that? God fucking shit. No, hell no. I could not have. That shit tasted like orange piss. The thing about how feelings aren't right or wrong, they're just a state of what we need to be, a state of being we need to come to terms with. You made me think about how a person's behavior isn't always just how they decide to be. It's also made up of their past experiences and insecurities. I think that helps me see other people as actual people rather than as insignificant side characters who are out to get me somehow. Is that how you feel about Natsuki? She nods. But in reality, everyone is always trying their best and everyone wants to be happy. Monica peers over at Yuri's paper, but to her surprise, Yuri pulls it in closer, partially covering it with her arm. I have to be able to read it to help you know. It's okay. My thoughts are a lot more organized now after being able to talk to you about it. Now that I'm actually putting it onto paper, I realize I'd prefer others not to read it. Yuri laughs softly to herself, a rare expression. I'm kind of glad to hear that, actually. I somehow keep finding ways to butt into the whole thing. I've done enough damage. But it's also been so wonderful talking about this. I mean, I always thought you were really smart, but Yuri smiles. I always be terrible at these things. People are just so incomprehensible to me. I'll never get the hang of being one. I feel it's like a reference or something. But listening to you so much has really helped me make sense of some things. You just don't call it damage, please. Monica gives Yuri a smile. I can't believe I came to this club looking for fantasy geeks and all I got was real friends who value me. Is that a joke? Of course it is. I still can't deal with you. Sorry. No, I love it. Never change. As you wish. Yuri glances at the clock. We're almost out of time. Will you be able to finish? Before the end of the day, probably. I don't want to come to the club the same day that Natsuki reads it. I'm too shy. I can give it to her. Yuri nods. As long as you promise not to read it. Of course I promise. Thank you. Yuri exhales and the two stand up. I'll message you when it's ready. Monica nods. Good luck. And like always, I'm here when you need me. Yuri returns a nod and the two depart. Where's the sixth one? How do... No. Bullshit. How do you unlock the sixth side story in DDLC? There's 7 side stories? What the fuck? Wait, mail. Nothing to click on. Wait. Is there an update or some shit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check for update. Check for update. Okay, just no. What? No, this is cap. No, you're not just gonna do that. You're not just gonna say 5. I mean, I'm gonna just say 6. Give me 5, and then have me just not be able to find it. This is my what? How to unlock the 6th side story. Damn it, can't read, I can't spell. I'm not going anywhere until I figure this shit out. Trust, understanding, respect. See, I don't have self-love or equals. Here, let me actually just make it more specific.
PlayStation. This is some. Data collected 75%. Okay, so that's just probably okay. Okay, so this is something I'm going to have to do off screen. But okay, so that means there's more to the game, which I love. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and end it here. I've been the YoloDonkey, been my yellow bros and yellow sisters. I will figure this shit out. Peace, sweet. Love y'all all. I'm going to bid you adieu. Goodbye.